Evening all, Rich here, back for part 4 of this MV Bloemfontein Castle ship tutorial. Today's focus is the ship's funnel, bridge, wheelhouse, forecastle, cranes, masts and all the other crap that goes with it. So what we're going to do is focus on the ship's wheelhouse first. We're going to add a wall around the bridge wings. So go up to the bridge wings, which are on the top of the superstructure, and from the centre block of the front, or the front wall basically, just build a wall all the way out to the side, around the bridge wings, around to the back corner over there. So that's as far as you need to go with that. And then while we're there, we can actually add the stairs as well. So we'll get on and do that. And then what I'll also point out, I have added the doors and windows to the main superstructure there as well. So that is that bit done there. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. So we'll just get this wall built in up to the corner there, like so. And I'll do the same the other side. I'm going to sneeze in a second, which is really annoying. No, I'm not going to. Right, there we are, up to the corner there, like so. That's as far as you need to go. And then in the corners here, and basically in the corner where the bridge wing reattaches, we can remove 2 white blocks there, and then replace that with wood stairs. So we'll get our wood stairs, and we build these down from the bridge wings down to the deck below, like so. And you can make it 2 blocks wide or just 1 block wide like mine, it's up to you. And then we add the blocks underneath for support, and then banisters up the side like that. There we go. And then we go to the other side and do the same there. So remove 2 white blocks again, 1 and 2, and replace with wood blocks going down to the deck below, plus white blocks underneath, and then replace banisters 2 up, 2 up, 2 up like that. There we go. There's our staircases in place. Marvellous, brilliant, beautiful, whatever. Right, so now we're going to go to the front of the ship's bridge wings, basically, on the front here. And we're going to add the ship's wheelhouse, which consists of 7 windows. So from the centre block on the front here, we'll add a window there, which is 2 blocks high, like that, and then 3 out to the sides. So put 1 window, 2 window, 3 window, like that. Same the other side, 1, 2, and 3. Like that, and then we add the pillars in between, like so, and then also the pillars on the ends like that. There we go. So pillars on each end as well. And there we go. There's our front of our bridge wheelhouse. And then for the sides, behind the edges of the bridge of the windows, we want the side wall, which is 22. So behind the bridge wheelhouse, or behind the front wall, you should have a block here already. So count that as number 1, and then we want 22. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So there we are, that's 22 there. And the same this side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, like that. And then join them together across the back, because it's just basically a square, really. So there you go. And then you just build this wall to 4 blocks high. And now what I do, I use the weld edit to build the sides up. To build it to 4 high all the way around, like so. So there's one side, and then across the back, and then up the other side, like so. Now I've not pointed out where the centre block is on the back wall, so I'm just going to point that out first. So the centre of the front is there. I just go from there, and the centre is that block there. So I just putting my markers in so I know where the centre blocks are. So there we are. There's the walls built up, and then what we need to do now is on the front of the ship's wheelhouse, just add another block on the side, and then basically go 2 blocks forward like that. So you're creating an overhang on the front like that, and then the same on the other side. Build 2 forward, and then just build the wall, the front wall overhanging the front of the windows, like that. And there you go. So there's the overhang like that, and that is pretty much the ship's wheelhouse done in terms of building upwards. So the next thing you want to do is to add the roof, and the roof will sit on top of the windows like so, and go all the way to the back end, and it's basically just wood blocks. So I shall use the fill tool to fill that in, and there we go. That's the wheelhouse pretty much done, really. So what we're going to do now is just add a few doors and windows to the wheelhouse. So I add a side window here. This is on the right side, of course. So put our first window in there, and then we'll put a couple of doors in, get those out of the way. and the rest of it can be basically windows. So Just a random design again. There's no real thing to it. So there we go. There's windows all there. So a pair of doors and windows for the rest of it. I do the same the other side. So a window at the front plus a pair of doors, and then the rest of it can all be windows. And there we go, that's that part done. And basically you can do the same across the back as well, just windows all the way across the back. No real biggie on that one. And there we go, that's the wheelhouse pretty much done. You can start adding the details inside if you want to. I'm not going to bother with that because I don't do interiors, but there we go, that is that job done there. So before I move on to the roof, we're just going to go underneath the bridge wings on the side, and we're going to add some pillars that support the bridge wings. So I forgot to do this in the previous video, so we're going to get our end rods, which are those things there. And what we're going to do, we're going to add 4 pillars on each one. So put a, I'm just trying to work out where to go. So we put a pair of pillars sort of like that, sort of from the white block and the first wood block on the side. So as long as you're on the outside edge of the ship, put your pillars like that, and then leave a single block gap and do the same on the back of the bridge wing like so. So you got 4 pillars like that, spaced out by a block like so underneath. So as long as you're on the outside edge, you should be okay. So that sort of gives you an idea on where your pillars go. So I should do the same on the other side. They're probably not accurate to the real ship, but they look better in my opinion. So I just put our pillars on this side, and our pillars on the other side like that. There we go. Marvellous. So that's that little job done there. Where's that shadow dark? Oh, it's because of the light, isn't it? I forgot to realise that the end rods create light. So yeah, one of those things. But anyway, that is the that little job done there. So that's the pillars done. So what we're going to do now is go to the roof of the ship's wheelhouse and go to the front of the roof. And on the wood blocks, we're going to add a wall, and we're going to go to the second block back on the wood. So from the front end, go to the second block back on the wood, and we're going to build we're going to build 7 wide. So centre block plus 3 out each side, so it's 7 wide like that. And then you go back on the sides, we go back 4, 1 2 3 4, and then out 4, 1 2 3 4 like that. So same on the other side, 1 2 3 4 back, and 1 2 3 4 out. And then you double that in height all the way around like so. So it's basically from one side to the other, and that's pretty much that. So behind that wall now we're going to add the masts. So we're going to use black blocks for this one. So we get black concrete that I normally use. I've just thrown it away, which is clever. That one. Right, so for black concrete, we're going to add the first mast, and this first mast goes 4 blocks behind this front wall. So this front wall, go from the centre and go on the wood 4 blocks back. So 1 2 3 4, and this mast is just 6 high. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, and put a white block on the top like that. There we go. And then what we're going to do then is go from that mast, that first mast, we're going to count back to the 5th block back. So on the wood, count 5 back. So 1 2 3 4 5, and we're going to add a mast there, which is in black again, and it's up in 3 rows of 11. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, and then behind that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. And then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. There we go. So there's the mast in place, and then we go 6 down from the top. No, 5 down. Sorry. So 1. I can't really see. 1 2 3 4 5 down. On the sides, build out 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 like that. And then behind that, on the back of the mast, build out 4 as well. So 1 2 3 4 like that. So it's basically a 3 prong thingy what's it. So that's that, and then we go roughly down to the top of the second row of 11. So roughly just down one block. We're going to add what looks like a crow's nest, but it's basically just a black block, basically a big block on the mast like so, and it's basically that. It kind of looks like, on the pictures and models, it looks like a crow's nest, but I don't know if it was or not. But you know, you can make it a crow's nest if you want to, but I'm just going to leave it as that. So kind of just a big black lump, if you know what I mean. So there we go. That is the mast done there, and I think the last job for the ship's wheelhouse is to use iron bars to create the handrails around it. So basically, from the back wall on the front, the back of the wall on top of the bridge wheelhouse, we just add handrails around the wheelhouse like so, and then up the other side like that. And there you go. That is the wheelhouse pretty much done. And I'm going to sneeze in a moment. God, I won't go away. So that's that. So I'm just going to look at the other side, and I think that's fine. Yeah, so that's the wheelhouse all done. So bear with me while I just work out what to do next. Right, so what we're going to do now is work on the ship's funnel. So there's only one of these, which is good. So we're going to go behind the ship's wheelhouse now, right to the back wall, and go to the centre block of that. And what we're going to do on the wood, we're going to count back to the 21st block back. So that's the first block, and I'll count around the right way. So that's the first block there. Hang on, that's the first one, sorry. And then we want 5, 10, 15, 20, hang on, we want 20, 21 blocks back. There we go. So that's the 21st block back, we build the funnel. So the front of the funnel on the 21st block. Alright, so the front of the funnel is 3 wide, which is one that side, one that side. And then we want 2 rows of 2 out, like so. Same the other side, 2 out like that. And then we want 2 back, 1, 2. And then 3 back, 1, 2, 3. And then 8 back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then curving back in again, we want 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 again, 1, 2, 3. And then 2 and 2 like that. And then do the same the other side. So it's back 2, 1, 2, back 3, 1, 2, 3, back 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, or 2, 2 rather than 2, 2, 2, 2. Anyway, that's the funnel in place, and what we're going to do now is build it upwards. And then on the front of each section, basically, it's the same design all the way around. So on the front blocks of each section all the way around, you're going to want to build the red upwards. So on the centre block, I'll start there. And for the red, we want to build up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 2, 1, 2, like that. And then in black, we want up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So that's the design you want to do. The design you want to do, sorry, on each block of the funnel, or each front block of each section, basically. So all the front blocks on the front, and then all the back blocks on the back. It's basically the same. So do that same design all the way around, and you should be okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use well-edit to copy it and paste it on each section. Because like I say, it's the same on every section. So I'll just quickly copy from that one, and then paste it on each section. So I'll paste it there. The next row, the next row, and the next row, and the next row. And when each section is in place, it should look something like that. That's on the front of the funnel. Like I say, it's the same design on each section. So I'll do the next few freehand, so you get an idea on how it should look. So like I say, it's just basically the same design all the way around. It will change later on because we've got to change it for the slant, but it is the same design all the way around. So like I say, I just do these ones freehand. And everything should all be fine. So that's the other side done. That's the front of the funnel anyway. Like I was saying, you do that same design on the back of the funnel all the way around the edges. So like I say, I'm going to do the quick copy paste again. So I'll quickly copy. I'm just going to paste each section in place just to speed this whole process up. So paste there, paste there, paste there, and there, and there, and there. So there we are. There's the back of the funnel, and it's basically becoming a slightly off camber cylinder. I'll just quickly do the other side. And there we go, there's the funnel sort of complete at the moment. So you just build that, and when you get all those sections in place, it should look something like that. So then after that, all you need to do then is just go on the inside and fill in all those bloody gaps. On both the red and the black, but I'll just do one side for the minute. I'll sort the black out in a minute, we'll just get the red out of the way. And still got the big red section here, so I'm going to use welded it again, so I've got to save a bit of time. So set 251 by 14. There we go, that bit there, and then the next row up, and then the top part up there, and then we'll fill in the black as well. And then the last section here. So there we are, there's half the funnel done, and it should look something like that. There's no slant to it just yet. It's slanting backwards, but the top is not slanting downwards, so we'll sort that out in a second. But we'll just look at the funnel and make sure it's all okay. But like I said, there's only one side done so far because the other side's still hollowed out. But that is how it should look at the moment. And then for the slant itself, we're going to slant the black bottom first. So we'll start at the bottom of the black, or the top of the red basically. And if you look at the funnel side on, so there's the front, and look at it side on. And what we're going to do is count back to the 9th back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then replace with black. And then from the 7th block, we replace 2 blocks. So replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And just replace them with the black. Like that. So the back at the bottom of the black sits slanty back like that, and then for the top of the black it's the same design again. So go to the 9th block back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then remove the top row like so, and then from the 9th block, from that 9th block back, you count back 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and remove another row. So there we go, there's the slant in place like that. You can't see it very well because I've only done one side, but you got the slant in place anyway like that. And it shouldn't look too bad. So I'll do the other side off camera because I can't be bothered to do it all on camera. So I'll quickly do a jump cut while I sort that out. And we should have both sides done. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So there's the funnel all in place and done. Well, already was in place, but just got the design done on both sides. And it should look something like that. Not brilliant, not perfect, but it will do. And that's my philosophy. So there we go. That's the funnel pretty much done. So what we're going to do now is add the grill across the top. Now this is optional because I'm not sure if the ship actually had the grill design across the top, but we'll get our grey blocks anyway. So we'll go on the inside of the funnel, go 1 block back from the top, or 1 block down from the top and 1 block back from the front, and just add some bars across the width of the funnel all the way along. So put the first 3 in place and then go down 1 block and just follow the contours of the height of the funnel. Like I say, I don't know if the ship actually had this design, but I'm just putting it in because why not. So there we are, and then down 1 again. And there we go, there's our funnel covered up like that. Now in reality the funnel was probably completely covered and there are just 2 exhausts in the middle of it. But you know, it's one of those things, but you know, if you want to change the design you can. I mean, this is entirely up to you what you want to do with it, and I'm just giving you a guide. Doesn't mean you have to follow it to a T, but there you go. Anyway, that is the top of the funnel done. Then we're going to go to the front of the funnel and add the ladder, which goes on the front of the red. So centre of the funnel on the front, just build a line of grey blocks up on the front of the red on each section up to the top like that. and then add the ladder to the front of that. So get our ladder up the front like so, and there we go, that's that there. And then at the top of the black, or bottom of the black rather, we can add our whistle. Now normally I use cobblestone walls for this, so it's up to you what you want to do, but what I do, I'll put a couple of cobblestone blocks like that, or cobblestone brick wall, whatever, and basically just use them as the whistles or the horn or whatever. So you can either use two either side like that, or put one in the middle like that. Depends what you want to do, but I'll just put the two either side like that because it looks right. And that is pretty much the funnel done. Yeah, don't look too bad, do it? This ship's got a bit more identity to it. Brilliant, marvellous, beautiful. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a jump cut while I work out what to do next, and then we can move on. So I'm back in a moment. Right, back again. So what we're going to do now is work on the ship's forecastle, which is this deck here on the front of the ship. And we're going to add the cranes, cargo hatches and all that other guff. Before we do that, we're going to go to the front of the ship's superstructure first. Go to the sides, basically the back end of the forecastle. So the corner parts here, the forecastle's here. Go to the corners where the superstructure begins. And on the very outside edge here, we're going to add 2 blocks of white up like that, and then 1 underneath like that. I think that's right. And then we're going to add some stairs. So we get our white quartz stairs. So I'm going to put our stairs there, there and there to create a curve going down. Sort of, not really a curve, more of a diagonal, but it looks like that anyway. So I did the same the other side. On the prototype it looks a bit bigger. I may have miscalculated how big that is, but never mind. So I just do the same this side. But 1, 2, 3 there, and there we go. There's the curve there. Right, so that's that little job done. So what we're going to do now is to build our first cargo hatch. So we're going to go to the front wall of the superstructure on the centre block, and on the wood we're going to count forward to the 6th block forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and put our first block there. And this cargo hatch is going to be 11 wide, so that is 5 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. And then the sides are 5, so 5 forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way, and then join them together across the front. There you go, there's your cargo hatch. And then the centre 3 blocks on the top, you're going to build an extra line of blocks and build this all the way across the width, or the length, whichever way you're going, of the cargo hatch like so. And then for the rest of it, you just add quartz slabs for the cover. So get our quartz slabs and add them across the rest of the hatch like so. So that's one side, and then the other side. And there we go, there's our hatch in there like that. And then what we want to do then is look at the prototype and sort of get an idea on what the hell I'm trying to explain. We're going to add a couple of vents now. So we go to the side of the cargo hatch, go to the centre, or roughly halfway along, because it's an even number. So go roughly halfway along the side of the cargo hatch, and on the wood you're going to count out to the 6th block out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out to the side, and build a cross. The 6th block is the centre of the cross. Okay, so that's that one there, and do the same the other side. So 6 block out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like so, you got your 2 crosses in there like that, and then you're going to build the crosses up to 4 high. So 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 up in the centre like that. And then with your quartz stairs, add the stairs on the sides and the top and the back like that. And then you're going to build forward 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1 like that. So but it kind of looks like a sunflower sort of thing. And then with this quartz stairs, build the stairs underneath, on top, and on the sides like that. So it's kind of like what I've done on the Mauritania, kind of a big vent like that. So there you go, there's your vent looking like that. So that's that one. So do the same the other side. So build the vent base up to 4 high like so, and then the centre up by another 1, and then stairs, stairs, stairs and stairs. And then on the front go 2 forward, 2 forward, 2 forward and 1, and then your quartz stairs top, middle, sides and back, whatever. And there we go, there's your other vent there. So that's those two vents done, and job done. Sorry, I got an itch. Right. I was expecting the dog to come upstairs, but never mind. It's been thundering, and it usually upsets her, but she's hiding under the table probably. So that's that. So mech, hatch and two vents done. So we're going to go back to the cargo hatch, and we're going to add the two mechs, which are hang on, I'm trying to work this one out. Yeah, I'm going to add the mechs, which we're going to go to the front of the cargo hatch and go 3 blocks forward. So 1, 2, 3 forward, and then out 3. So I'll put a centre block a minute. So 3 forward and then out 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then we build a line of 2, and same the other side. So out 1, 2, 3 like that, and build a line of 2 and get rid of the centre block. And then these rows of 2, you're going to make them so that there's 4 rows of 2. So that's 1 there, and then leave a block gap, add 2 rows, 3 rows, and 4 rows. So you get 4 rows of 2 like that. And the same the other side, 4 rows of 2 like that, and then just add a line of blocks across the top like so to create sort of the mech. The mechs are basically pulleys for the rigging and things like that. So there you go, there's your 2 thingy-whatsits like that, and it looks as crap as it actually does, but hey ho, there we go. So that's the 2 whatsits done, and now we're going to go and add a box. And I'm going to go to the front, back to the front of the cargo hatch. And from there, you're going to count forward 15. So go from the front of the cargo hatch, count 15 forward. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So on the 15th block forward, we're going to build our box, which is going to be 7 wide, and sides are 7 as well. So it's 7 for the back wall, like that. So that's 7 wide, and the sides are 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, sorry, build them 7, and then across the back, or front, sorry, like that. So there's your thingy, what's it like that, is your box, and then build that to 4 blocks high. So it's quite a chunky box, this thing. I don't know what it's for, but it's there on the mod on the ship anyway. So build them all 4 high, all the way around. And then across the side like so, and then add the roof, which you can either use wood blocks or white blocks, is up to you. I'll build it all in white anyway. And there we go, that's the box, if you know what I mean. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's that job. So what we're going to do now is go to the front of the box, and we're going to count to the 10th block forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're going to build another hatch. So the hatch this time is, well, the same design, 11 wide by 5. So that's centre block plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the other side. So that's 11 wide, and then the sides are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then join them together across the front. And in the centre 3 blocks, build them so that they're all the way the full width or length of the hatch, and then the rest of it cover up with slabs like so, and the same the other side. And there we go, there's our hatch there. And what we're going to do then is leave a single block gap forward, and we're going to add a mech like the ones over there on the front end, but on the back end. But these are only going to be sort of 3 wide. So build a row of 2 forward, and then either side of that build 2 more rows of 2, and then build a line of blocks over the top like so, like that, and scratch my head while I'm at it. And then what we're going to do then is leave another 2 block gap. So 1, 2, and on the 3rd block forward we're going to build a big E facing the front of the ship. So there's your big E. Is a big E, isn't he? Alright, so there's your big, actually the other one's a big E as well, but this one's a proper big E. So for our big E, we're gonna build our anchor chains, and these anchor chains are 19 long, and they're gonna go all the way forward. So with the chains, what I normally do is use I think, you know, brick stairs, yeah, stone brick stairs I use for these. So I get our stone brick stairs, and they're going to be 19 long, so that's half of 19. 9 basically. So I build them 19 long, so that's 1. And then every other block, so every block along they go different directions. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. So there we are, 19 forward like that. Actually, when we reduce it to 18, sorry, and then at the end put a block. So there we go, 18 long for the chain, and then I'll do the same the other side. So get the chain in. I'll do it a bit better this time. And then get the chain in place like so, and then put a block at the end like that. So there we are, there's our chains, and at this end you can turn this into a big E as well. So big E, that end like that. So there we are, there's our 2 anchor chains with the big E's at each end. And they don't look too bad. And then from the big E, we're trying to work out this one, so the big E, and then after the big E's you want to build another mech, so 1 block gap, and then leave or build 3 rows of 2 black like that, or grey colour, whichever you want to do, and then across the top like that. Yes, I've been saying black a lot recently, and due to recent times black has become a very sensitive word, but I do not know why. Anyway, that's the thingy what's it's there, the mechs, and I think that's pretty much it for those sort of things. Actually, go roughly halfway along the side of the chains, and then 1 block out. So it doesn't really matter where, as long as it's roughly halfway along and 1 block out. Just build a square block like that, 2 by 2, and then do the same the other side to create the windlasses. Excuse me. And that's that job done there. So that's the windlasses done, and the chains and the mechs and things. And now we can go back to the side of the box, on the side of on the forecastle, and we're going to add our cranes. Now the cranes themselves, we go roughly halfway along the side of the box. Doesn't matter where exactly, but roughly halfway along, and then count out to the 6th block out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and put a block there. So you can see it's roughly halfway along the box, and then 6 out is where the crane goes. I'll do the same the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a block there, and that's where your crane goes. So the cranes themselves are these are 19 blocks high. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then with wood fence, we're going to use build that up by 7. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus a block on top like that. So there's your crane body, and then for the crane arms, go down to the bottom, and then to the 3rd block up. So 1, 2, 3 up, and on both sides, back and front, you're going to build 17 rows of 2. So build 1 like that, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it's 17 rows of 2 like that. Do the same on the front or the back, whichever way you're working. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Like so. And there's your crane body like that. And then at the top of the crane, we just add a few more white blocks around the top. And then around the base as well, we'll add a few more around there. Like so. And that's pretty much the crane done. You can use iron bars, like I've done on the prototype, to build the rigging for it. I don't normally do rigging, but I'm here, so I may as well use the iron bars to connect the crane arms to the crane body. But crane iron bars are a real pain in the ass to do. Oh, actually, I use welded it, sod it. Welded it is much easier, so I'll go over from one end to the other. Where I use replace, so replace 0 with 101. And there we go, there's our crane rigging done there. So that's that job. So do the same the other side on that other part down here. So build the other crane up. So let's build that to 19 high. I won't bother counting it. There we go, and then just build the details. Like so, and then build the crane body up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then add the rigging, which I'll just use well-edit. There we go, there's our rigging done there. And then also the top spire as well, which is 7 high. 1, 2, 2, damn it, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then a black block on the top. There we go. Marvellous. So that's that job done there. And then what I'm going to do now is add the handrails to the side of the forecastle. I'm going to use handrails here. And we're going to go to the well, not to the very front end, but we're going to go to where the white part of the hull curves down to deck level. So there's the deck level there, and the white hull curves down. Go from the tip of the bow, just go back a few blocks until the white hull goes down to deck level, like I was just saying. And then from that first block, we can put the handrails. And as before, I'm building the handrails along the bow, but the handrails do not sit on top of all the white blocks. So I'm going to remove some wood blocks and replace them with the white blocks underneath, just where the handrails overlap the wood, if you know what I mean. So just, you can see what I mean, the handrails sit in the wrong places. So I just replace those wood blocks in the corners with white. So I do that all the way along, so that everything all lines up. Just to make sure that all the lines join together. That's really all it's for. It's a cosmetic thing, really. It's up to you if you want to do this. I should do that side, and I do the same the other side. I've got a pain in my eye at the moment, which is really annoying me. I really nearly said a pain in the ass, but it's a pain in my eye. I don't know what's going on. It is very painful, and it's starting to distract me. Now I've probably a bloody migraine or something coming on. Stress of building boats, I think. Didn't need to do that one. Get rid of that one. Right, so there we are. So that's the handrails position is done. So I just do the handrails down this side. And these handrails go all the way back, basically to the ship's superstructure. So just get these all the way back, like so. Up to the third block. I've actually removed the bottom set of stairs as well, and then it should all connect up. There we go. So that's the handrails on that side. I'll just do the same on the other side if I can get over there. And that will be pretty much the forecastle done. Still got to add the bollards, but we'll get to those in a minute if I don't pass out with this bloody pain. There we go. There's the handrails in place. And don't look too bad. So one more job to do is to add the bollards. So we get our bollards, which are anvils, and I normally put these in pairs. So we'll put 3 pairs of these along the side. I'm not going to put them in anywhere specific, but we'll put them in 3 pairs anyway. So put our first pair just by the front of the handrails there, and then one a bit further down, roughly halfway. A pair there, and then the third pair right down the back end, just in front of the superstructure, just there. So there we go. There's our 3 pairs of bollards, and I do the same the other side. So get these ones out of the way, down to that point there, and then the next pair just here, and then the next pair right down the back end, like so. There we are. That's the bollards done there. So that's the forecastle all done, and that's pretty much all I'm going to do for today, because It's not a lot. We haven't done a lot, but we got a majority of the little bits done. So that's part 4 done with. And I think part 5, when we come to it, will be the last part. So we just fly over to the prototype now and assess what we've got to do next. So in part 5, we got the stern cranes, hatches and mechs there, and also the lifeboats, handrails, and I think that's it. That will be it for part 5 when we come to it. Like I was saying, there's not a huge ship, this thing, but I'm not doing too bad. Now, for those who are wondering what this big thing over here is, that is actually my attempt at the Costa Concordia. Now, we'll fly over to that. I don't really want to show this thing off just yet because it's not really done. You know, there's still loads of stuff to do on it, but I'll give you a quick look at the front end of it. And it don't look too bad. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of these things. I really do hate them. But, you know, this is my attempt at it. So there's the front of the Costa. And just a quick look down the side. So if I do finish this, then there will probably be a tutorial for it, but I'm not going to guarantee that. I think there are loads of things on it which are not right yet, so I'm still in the process of planning it all out and getting it done. But like I say, it's something which is very much a work in progress. So I do apologise if anyone takes offence that it's not right. So if anyone takes offence, and anyone takes offence to any of the things I say, then fuck you, because I do not care. But there we go. So there we are. That is the. That's what is trying to be the Costa Concordia, but anyway, there we go. So that's that thing over there. But we're just focusing on this little thing over here for today. Like I was saying, cranes, hatches, mechs, lifeboats, and that is pretty much it for what will be part 5 coming up. So part 5 will be tomorrow probably, and then we can call it a day. So that is it. This is it for part 4 anyway. So we've got the front end of the ship done, and we'll leave it at that. So this is Rich signing off, logging off and disappearing, and I shall return in part 5 when we can get this thing done. So yeah, bye for now.